So it's official. Sergey Kovalev will defend his light heavyweight world titles against Andre Ward on November 19th. Put that in your diary. Now, most of you already knew about this particular news. I've been kind of late on this one, but I still want to give my 2 cents on it and let you know how I feel about this particular fight. And I'd also like to get some feedback from you guys. Now, as it stands at the moment, only Sergey Kovalev will be taking an interim fight. He'll be facing Isaac Chilemba on July 11th. Andre Ward still has some time, although not much time, left to secure an opponent to fight an interim fight by July 30th. The clock is ticking. There was talk of him fighting Nathan Cleverly, but those talks fell through and Cleverly's gone a different route. So Andre Ward is without an opponent. And this was my criticism of Andre Ward's decision to join Rock Nation. I always felt that they would struggle to secure him an opponent because Andre Ward is not a marquee name in the world of boxing. He's not a Miguel Cotto, one of Rock Nation's other fighters. He's not as big as Miguel Cotto. So it was always going to be more difficult because Andre Ward don't generate the kind of money that a Miguel Cotto generates. So Rock Nation were going to struggle to find this guy opponents. Obviously, they got the Kovalev fight because Ward and Kovalev need each other at this point. But other than that, what other light heavyweights out there really need Andre Ward at this point? From a monetary point of view, there are probably higher paying fights out there for many light heavyweights, which are less risky than fighting Andre Ward. So therein lies the problem. You're going to need a promoter that has lots of other light heavyweights that you could possibly fight, or that has the financial clout, that's willing to take the financial risks to be able to secure you high quality opponents. Because as I say, Andre Ward is not a big name, so it really would be a risk for the promoter. This is the issue. So Andre Ward is going to be going into, he's likely going to be going into this fight with Sergey Kovalev, coming off the Barrera fight, you know, basically a long period of inactivity. And prior to fighting Barrera, there was an even longer activity before that. I know he fought Paul Smith and this, that, and the other, but he hasn't been fighting high quality opponents. And a lot of people felt that he looked rusty against Barrera. And I tend to agree with that. Perhaps it was rust, perhaps it was the strength of Barrera, him not used to fighting these light heavyweight guys at 475 pounds. Maybe it was a combination of the two things and some other factors thrown in there as well. Whatever the case may be, is Andre Ward really ready for this challenge against Sergey Kovalev? Is he firing on all cylinders? Can he get to the point where he's firing on all cylinders without taking an interim fight? I think it would make it more difficult, and I really want to see Ward in an interim fight because I want to see if he's anything like the old Andre Ward, because he's going to have to be like the old Andre Ward to stand a realistic chance of beating Sergey Kovalev. I saw somebody comment online yesterday and they were talking about the prospect of Sergey Kovalev knocking out Andre Ward, which I think is, there's a very good chance that that could happen, that Kovalev could stop Ward. And this individual was saying, well, imagine if Kovalev stops Ward, it will make Bernard Hopkins look even greater than he already is, because he was a damn near 50-year-old man and he went the distance with Kovalev. So imagine if he can go the distance with Kovalev at 50 and Ward can't do it at, what is he now, 31, 32, something like that, Andre Ward? It would be extraordinary. The only guy that could take Kovalev the distance was an old man. Some people say that Kovalev allowed Hopkins to go the distance. I don't buy that for a second. Kovalev is ruthless, and he's not going to carry any opponent without the intention of knocking him out eventually. I think he carried Jean-Pascal a round or two longer than he You know, he could have taken him out a round or two earlier, but he carried Jean Pascal a little bit in the rematch because he wanted to punish him. Well, eventually, he got him out of there. And I remember that 12th round against Hopkins very clearly. He was throwing everything but the kitchen sink at Bernard Hopkins and trying to knock him out. He didn't succeed. So it really is a testament to Hopkins' survival skills and his toughness and his chin that he was able to make it through, particularly when nobody else has. And all these guys that Kovalev has been fighting are all much, much younger than Hopkins. Some of them young enough to be Hopkins' son. So, yeah, I've not seen anything yet to convince me that this fight is going to be anything but a Sergey Kovalev win, and probably by stoppage. That's how I'm seeing it at the moment. I think Sergey Kovalev is going to turn Ward's lights out. And if he don't, I think it will hurt him and it will put him in his shell, similar to how he did against Hopkins for the 12 rounds. You know, that's how I see it at the moment. I just can't see the way that Ward's looking at the moment. I can't see Ward being able to neutralize that punching power. You know, as I talked about in previous videos, Ward's going to have to get on the inside and smother Kovalev. I think on the outside, it's going to be far too dangerous for Ward. He can't stay on the outside with this guy. So those are my thoughts on it, people. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you feel about this particular fight? Do you think that Ward needs a tune-up fight in the meantime? Do you think he looked good enough against Barrera to where, you know, you thought maybe he's somewhere near 100%? And, you know, now one thing we have to say, now Andre Ward can use his right hand. How much of a difference is that going to make to his game? He wasn't throwing the right hand actually that much in the Barrera fight. I noticed that, and I think I did mention that in my post-fight video. Very interesting. A lot of the time, these tissue injuries never tend to heal fully. And I wonder if Andre Ward's got full confidence in that right hand, that right shoulder. And again, I've mentioned this before, but I think Kovalev is going to be targeting that right shoulder. Against Paul Smith, Ward was using the right hand a lot. He was throwing loads of right hands. As I say, against Barrera, very few. So maybe there's still a niggle there. Maybe he still don't have confidence in it. He's going to need every tool in the box to give himself any type of realistic chance against Sergey Kovalev, in my opinion. So anyway, people, let me know how you feel, as I say, in the comment section below about everything I've talked about in this video. All right, it's your boy Hatman, I'm out.